Hi Aquarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for May 2009. Now I think this is going to be a very sociable month for personal reasons, but also for business reasons. But actually it's more on the side of your personal life, you know, your private space, family connections, even tribal connections, community connections, and of course in this time that we live now, we've got the internet, so that community could span the whole planet. But you know, people who you resonate with, I guess that's what I'm trying to say, during the month of May. So it's this sociable time. Some of you could be on the move more. So even though you'll be touching base with your clan, your family, where you live inside, so touching base with yourself, in fact, you could also be on the move, or you could be somewhere else, because there's a lot of versatile shifting energy around this month too. So you could be playing host, you could be the guest, and definitely your mind is going to be full of ideas and plans and projects and schedules, and maybe thinking creatively, very creatively about things. From the 14th, then I think you're going to become more introspective. Your mental processes will slow down then. You'll be thinking more deeply about issues then, and maybe you know, these connections, these heart-based connections, will become more significant in your life from there. Some of you could be looking back to the past, you know, looking back to the good old days, and some of you may be questioning things, maybe about, you know, how things have gone before, and maybe about how to make changes for the future. And many of you also maybe have run up against, you know, a kind of a brick wall, really. This isn't just for this month, but in general, there's something that, you know, there's a legacy that maybe you've inherited in some way, and there's quite a, you know, it puts you in a sort of a rigid box in some respects. And so this will be on your mind as well, I guess, and you'll be pondering things on these deeper levels from mid-month. But in general, it's a really beautiful energy this month. Your hopes will be high. You'll be visualizing how you'd like things to be in the future in this very imaginative kind of a way. Hopes and dreams will be very prominent. You'll have this sort of feeling inside of good things coming. Hopes will definitely be high, and you will be, I suppose, collaborating with others, and exchanging ideas, throwing ideas around, I guess, playing with different theories and different scenarios as well, working things out in that kind of it's got a playful feeling to it, really. You know, there's an underlying feeling of fun and playfulness and lightness there. And so now, of course, for those of you who are in the arts, well, this is going to be a brilliant month for you. Sales, media, very, very good. But even if you're not, you know, this is a month for all of you to allow that genius to flow through you. That genie in his bottle is not very far away this month, and you will be enjoying the beauty around you, I think. And also there's this, you know, the smell of this romance, the rose of romance is not very far away. But even if you're not, you know, in the market for that, then I think you will be getting a lot of fulfillment and feeling of closeness with others. There's a kind of a poetic, lyrical feeling around in the communications area at the moment for you, Aquarius, and others could find what you have to say, what you're putting out there, as appealing and engaging. And likewise, you are appealed to and engaged by what somebody else is saying. You could even over egg the pudding from mid-month this is, and trip out into the realms of fantasy totally, or be feeling like there's an energy of escapism and evasion around then, because it just is so ethereal. I mean, it's castles in the air, you see. But sometimes it's appropriate to be building these castles in the air because you are materializing something, I guess. You are designing a future. So as long as you know that's what you're doing, then it's absolutely fine. It can work the other way around. Somebody comes towards you with a cockamamie idea or a story, and you sort of get sucked into it. So you have to just sort of watch out, or maybe somebody doesn't come up with the goods that was promised, or somebody reneges on an agreement, something like that. That could happen from the middle of the month to the end of the month too. But watch that one, because all that glitters is not gold for you this month as well. You need to be flexible in your approach. You need to see sort of like behind the body language, I guess. You need to read between the lines. You need to listen attentively, and listen to that intuition of yours, actually, because you have very, very strong contact with your sort of your third eye energy, I guess, this month, or your gut sort of instinct this month. It's an excellent period for you to get out and about in nature, to really appreciate what you've got there with your family relationships, or the nature you have around you, or both. And you'll feel these warmer bonds, these bonds that strengthen you, that you can become replenished and revitalized through connection with family, or, as I say, with tribe, with the group of people that you resonate with. And also brothers and sisters are highlighted, and that might not just be blood relations, that could be soul brothers and sisters, very much highlighted in May. Now, there could be a few tense moments, well, whenever isn't there, and some heated exchanges with others, but it can, be very productive, because, you're throwing ideas around and doing a bit of brainstorming. Vehicles or computers or phones may need some attention, or they may not. And some of you could be very much looking at saving energy and applying energy saving computers, or energy saving bits of kit into your home base, or looking at vehicles which are energy saving and which are saving the planet. And then when the sun moves on the 21st, that's going to be a more romantic, even more romantic, entertaining, sociable kind of a time. So, well, that's it for May. If you know your rising sign, have a listen to that too.